Hello, my name's Greg Cabot, and in today's video, we're going to be touring the Ameripolish campus in Lowell, Arkansas.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
Carl.
What?
Okay, so before we get started with the tour of the facility, I thought it'd be good to check in with Clint and Carl, the owners of Ameripolish, and if Clint, you could give us a little bit of a background of the origin story of how the company was started.
Sure. The company originally we started as a decorative concrete contractor. We was doing various jobs, acid stains, seal jobs, overlays, stamped overlays. Eventually got into something new for us at the time, which was polished concrete. After doing polished concrete for a while, we noticed a need for how do you color polished concrete? And after doing some research, I'd actually seen dyes used. We started experimenting with the dyes, doing sample systems, sourcing raw materials, and ultimately ended up developing a product that we then decided to market. So after developing the dye, we took it to the world of concrete, which was a huge success. After a few years of selling dye, which was, as I said, very successful, we saw the need for more products in our industry, which was densifiers, sealers, stain protection. And that's when Carl came in. He came aboard and he has a chemical background, extensive chemical background, and started helping us develop these other products, which we have today. So Carl, maybe you can expand on the chemical side of the concrete.
Yep. So about 2009, I came aboard with Ameripolish and saw the need in the industry for products that were chemicals that were specific to the polished concrete arena. So I saw that there was a void there of the engineered chemical products specifically for polished concrete. So we expanded in the beginning on densifiers, making different types of densifiers than were currently out on the market. And then we broadcasted into making sealers, penetrating, curing agents, all different aspects of specifically engineering them for the polished concrete industry.
So then after the development of the full chemical system led us to what we now know as SmartFloor, the maintenance system.
Yep, correct. So once we had our chemical line pretty much well known and it was being used very widespread with contractors, the contractors would come to us and tell us the problems in the field. Our biggest problem we had, all the technical calls that we got were from people calling in, and it ended up being the maintenance systems. So whether it was cleaners or diamond pads or different types of cleaning materials that they would use on the floor, they were all incorrect. They were not really meant for polished concrete. So together we decided that, you know what, to keep this industry whole and making sure that it continues, we need to have a sustainable floor system. The maintenance system has to sustain what you just paid for, when you installed the polished concrete. So we went out on a venture, never did this before. It took us about 5 years before we developed our first maintenance pad, and which now turned into the SmartFloor system, which not only is maintenance, but other diamond abrasives that work with polishing and refreshing and restoring polished concrete, all the way to maintaining polished concrete, which is 100% sustainable at this point.
What a great story. So Carl, would you mind leading us off for a tour of Building 1?
Sure, that'd be great.
All right. This is our first stop in Building 1. We're here in the lab. I thought it'd be good to talk a little bit about why innovation is so important to the company.
Sure. Well, originally, all the innovation came from just making products that would be engineered specifically for polished concrete. However, as the years went by, what we would do is come up with new products that, from the feedback we got from the field of how our products were working, what they needed that would make them better. And we got that from either our contractors actually using them, or some retailers would come up with some ideas on what would make their stores better. And our distributors would also give us some feedback on what they needed or what they thought they could sell. So we brought that information back to our lab and discussed it with our team here. We make sure that our products are cost effective, they fit into the Green Build certification and are compliant with VOC regulations and other standards that people are looking for. We do all the research and development and send all of our testing out to a third party to make sure that it's compliant.
Excellent. Well, now that we've learned how the innovation works here at Ameripolish and the standards that we hold our products to, let's go down to the plant and see where they're made.
Okay, great. It's kind of amazing how far we've come, where the entire company used to be just in this building when I first got here.
That's impressive.
Yep.
So we're here in building 1 in chemical, and why don't you talk a little bit about how we make everything right here?
Yes, as a matter of fact, all of our products are made in the USA. We source all of our raw materials for as much as we can from the USA. And the innovation here in our plant over time has been to computerize the formulas so it takes out the human error. And that way, when we make different products, the computer pulls the raw materials from what these tanks behind us. That way, it's more precise and easier to quality control in the plant. But everything is made here and everything is quality controlled here in our facility.
Excellent. So thanks for sharing that information about building 1 in chemical. I think next I'm going to go stop by and chat with David about customer service and share the things that we do over there for our customers.
Okay. All right. We'll see you later.
All right, I'm here in building 2 with David Birkin, our Vice President of Operations, and he kind of runs the show over here. So I wanted to ask what sets customer service at Ameripolish apart and what our focus is.
Sure, Greg. Really what stands out to me is the focus on contractors and distributors, their questions, their concerns, their needs. We're handling everything here day in, day out with as much speed and organization as we can. We get a lot of curveballs thrown at us from contractors, but honestly, that is where we are rooted there, is they have their needs. They're trying to get to a job site, short notice, they're in, customer, building owner has needs, a timeline that they're trying to meet, and that just sort of rolls our direction. And for us to manage that load and take care of their needs on a daily basis is our focus.
Excellent.
Everything we do is centered on that.
And I'm sure that impacts shipping and receiving it.
Absolutely. Same day shipments, or as I said a while ago, sometimes that contractor needs something next day. And we prided ourselves in trying to take care of them and take care of, as well as the distributor, but we pride ourselves in taking care of that, getting larger orders out. We have a certain policy that we work within. We do our very best to meet those standards. And all in all, we do make mistakes, but in the end, if we are working towards that customer, that contractor, and taking care of them, I think we're going to be okay.
Okay, well, let's walk out and take a look at shipping inventory and kind of how the building works today.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Hey, Clint.
Hey, Greg.
We're back here in building 3, and this is where we manufacture our abrasives for Ameripolish. So why don't you walk us through or start to talk about that process of manufacturing abrasives?
Well, we're very proud of what we've done here. We started this whole process, I think we kind of, in the introduction, we talked a little bit about the maintenance pad and seeing the needs of our industry of being able to maintain polished concrete. That's where the abrasive started, with making the maintenance pad and the restoration pad, which then led to traditional grinder pads that we now make. We're very proud of that. As I said, a lot of people don't realize that we do make abrasives here in Lowell, Arkansas. We make the abrasives from basically bringing in all the raw materials. We process the diamonds. We cut our own non-woven pad. We blend the diamonds and do the entire process here in-house. The importance of that is for several reasons. One being it's made in America, which we all support that. The other being is we saw the backlogs from shipping and things coming from out of the country, and what that has done is given us security to make sure we can produce product regardless of what happens.
Correct, and this process of making abrasives in this country, that's fairly unique to us in terms of other companies who do that in the country. You may know more than I do, but as I understand it.
It is. We decided to do it in-house. Honestly, Greg, the easiest thing to do would have been import abrasives, stamp our name on it, sell it, but we lose a lot of control. Doing what we do here, we can make changes so quickly with different types of concrete or what the customer needs, and we pride ourselves in being able to do that on the fly.
So would you say the product is always evolving?
Absolutely, absolutely. Always evolving. We do things differently, how we make the product, and I think that's important in our industry to be able to do things differently, because ultimately we're going to come up with better ways of doing it.
And some of those things that we do differently are proprietary. So we kind of don't share what that is, but it is unique to us. The process of what our diamonds do is a little bit unique as compared to other things in the industry. And what we are going to show today is, kind of the process of making those pads and what the end result is.
That is correct. The other thing I would add to that is we don't try to be everything for polished concrete. We don't try to make every aspect of it. What we do make abrasives for, we try to be very focused and good at, and that being maintenance, restorations, and traditional polishing now as well.
Excellent. Well, it's very exciting stuff. Taking a look at this building has been huge leaps and bounds for the company over the years, and we're very excited even for what the next several years has in store for us with regards to abrasives. So the next thing for us to do is to go out of this building into building 4 and start to look at some of the processes going on over there.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Clint.
You bet. Thank you.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm here with Matt McHugh. He's our production manager. And in this building, we do simulated field tests to test thresholds of developing products before we send them out into the field. And then the other half of this building is the production, which you could speak on.
Yeah, what you see behind us is our cutting operation. We cut all sizes from 7-inch all the way up to about 27. Store all the cut pads over on the side and gaylords. We also store finished product and gaylords for many retailers that we sell to.
So tell us a little bit more about the production in this building.
What we do in here is we take these rolled goods, load them on this machine, cut sizes 7 through 27. We also cut inserts that we use for our abrasive line next door, and store all of our finished goods that are ready to be shipped out to our customers.
Excellent. Awesome. So pretty simple building all in all, but this thing works all the time, I think.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate your time.
You bet.
Yep. Okay, just to wrap things up, I'd like to thank everybody for being a part of the plant tour today here at Ameripolish. We're really proud of the last 20 years and what we've accomplished, and we're even more excited for what the next 20 years is going to hold for us. Going from one single product all the way up to a large suite of products covering customers on everything from curing agents all the way through to maintenance systems, for us has been something we've really thoroughly enjoyed, and we're excited to introduce more people to the product line and thank our distributor partners and contractor partners for being the backbone of what we've created in the past 20 years. Thank you everyone so much.